A lot of times my hands, my biceps, they're all over her upper. Hello and welcome back to the Salsa Beat. When we're learning how to salsa dance, the first move we always learn is the crossbody lead. It's that one move that gets you to travel from point A to point B. But today, we're talking about the reverse crossbody lead.
And even if you don't have a partner, you can still join us. You can shadow dance and learn the tips and tricks from both the leader's perspective and the follower's perspective.
And stay tuned because we're always going to practice this with music. But most importantly, let's have some fun together. So let us demonstrate the reverse crossbody lead for you, starting with a basic step. Here we go. 5, 6, and basic. So cross body lead reverse. The difference is that I step to the side on 1. I still lead the lady forward on 2, 3, and I finish the move on 5 while going forward into my basic step. Now for the ladies.
So for us, I'm going to show you from a basic first. And remember, you're just watching for now. So we go basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I see him get out of the way on 1. And now I see there's all this room for me to walk forward. So I'm going to take 2 steps forward, 2, 3, and then I'm going to finish a rotation to the right, half a rotation to the right to finish the move.
And then 6, 7 into your basic step. So now that we've done the demo, I would like to now split apart. Let me show you guys your footwork, and then Erica will come back and show your ladies your footwork. Now let's try this together. I'm going to start with a basic step and go ahead for now. Assume you're in close position, but don't worry about this hand. Here we go. Basic step, nice and slow. 5, 6, and smile. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and hold. On 1, I'm going to step to the left with my left foot. But acknowledge how I left my hand back there. I didn't bring it with me. I left it back there because that's why I want to keep the lady. So keep that in mind. For now, let's forget about it. And let's go back to the footwork. On 2, I'm going to rock step, meaning I'm going to place my kind of like a cross my foot back. I say rock step because it kind of feels like a rock step. Notice how my knees are also very close to each other. Now the next step on 3, I'm going to do a slight pivot with my left on 3. 3. And I finish the move by doing another slight pivot so that I could turn that way on 5 and then continue with my basic step on 6, 7. Let's try that again one more time. You could do this if you like. If you don't worry about it. Here we go. 5, 6, and basic. And 1, 2, 3. Reverse crossbody lead. I step to the side on 1. I cross back my 2. I pivot the 3. I also pivot the 5. And then I go back into my basic step on 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. So now that you know your footwork, leaders go ahead and practice that while the ladies now learn their footwork.
Okay, followers, it's our turn now. We're going to face the same direction that the leaders did, but I'm going to take a couple steps back because we're going to take a couple steps forward. So give yourself a little bit of room in front of you. Okay, so now let's do a basic first and stop on 7. Okay, so we go 5, 6, and basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, stop on 7. Your weight is on your left. On 1, we transfer the weight to the right. Now we're going to take 2 steps forward. So we go 2, make sure all your weight is onto your left foot. 3, we're going to rotate slightly to the right. So it's about a quarter turn to the right. Make sure that weight's all the way over onto your right foot so you could pick up that back foot if you wanted. And then finish on 5, finish the rotation so that now it was a full half turn to your right. Okay, so let's try that again. We're going to back it up. And basic first, 5, 6, and 1, 2, nice and slow. 5, 6, 7, we go 1, walk, 2, rotate slightly, 3, rotate 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now if you're practicing with a partner, let's go ahead and bring your partner back out so we can practice together.
So we're going to do this together, but we're not going to connect. We're going to do shadow dancing. Okay, so just for the sake of determining the right distance, go ahead and assume the position of close position to make sure you're not doing this or that you're doing this. So go ahead and assume the right correct distance. And once you feel like you're there, let go. And let's start with a basic step. 5, 6, and 7, and 1. Here we go on 1. 5, step out the way on 1. 1, 2, 3, and finish it on 5.
Basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here we go. 5, 6, and walk forward. 2, rotate. 5, 6, basic.
1, 2, 3, basic. 5, and 6, and smile. And 1. And here we go on 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, Cross on 2, pivot 3 and 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3.
And basic 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 6, 7. Walk forward. 2, rotate. 5, 6, 7 and basic 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Nice job, everybody.
Yeah, you did it. So now the fun part, we're going to connect.
Yeah.
We're going to cover 3 different ways to connect on this move, starting with the prom night connection. And we're going to start off first talking about how the leaders are going to lead this. And then when we get to the other side, we'll talk about how the followers will follow this.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go. So we went from no contact to full contact. So I leave it up to you where to put your hands. Up here, down here. I'm going to go ahead and put them over here since that's where I'm going to lead it. Now, if you notice your frame, we both are squared off to each other. But in order to make a reverse crossbody lead happen, we need to kind of break the rules, or should I say bend the rules. So I'm going to step to the side on 1, like we've been doing, gents. I'm going to go 1. Once again, notice I didn't twist her. I didn't bring her with me. I kept her body facing the same direction. That way, now we are not squared to each other. I do this on 1, and then on 2, 3, let's start with 2. On 2, I lead her slightly forward. And then on 3, I lead her the other half of the way while I still pivot my foot on 3. And I finish the move on 5, and I go into 6, 7. Now for the ladies.
So let's go ahead and get back into our normal stance. So go ahead, leaders, and step out of the way on 1.
Here we go. 5, 6, 7. We go 1.
Okay. So followers, you're on your right foot. So right away, our natural reaction is going to be to want to follow him. So leaders, see what you can do to keep her facing this way, facing straight ahead, okay? That way, it leaves all this space here. It might feel a little strange to walk forward, but because he's keeping you forward, you know that that's the direction he wants you to go in, okay? So go ahead and do your 2. Okay, and then you can see that we're close to each other, but not quite touching yet. Go ahead and do your 3. From here, you can see we're almost shoulder to shoulder. My right shoulder is almost touching his. And then go ahead and finish 5 and go back into your 6, 7. Okay, let's try that again. A little bit faster, still connected.
Here we go. 5, 6, and basic smile. And 1, 2, 3, get out the way. On 1, leave her there. Lead her forward. Finish it on 5, 6, and basic step.
1, 2, 3, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
And Juan. So now that we led the move with both hands in prom night, let's go ahead and now try to lead this move with only one hand. Close position. Okay, so let's put this other hand behind our back like we're hiding flowers.
I'm just going to place mine here because sometimes it's a little uncomfortable to put your hand behind your back. So you can do either one.
And for the sake of this move, I always like to put my hand on her ribs, not too much on the shoulder blade. So aim for the ribs. So here we go with the basic step. All together, slow. 5, 6, and smile. And 1, 2, 3, let's stop on 1 and 1. So remember, things that we remember is don't do this because this is going to cause a mistake that Eric is going to talk about right after this. So I go 1, I keep her in the same place. I got to lengthen my arm so that now as I rock step on 2 and pivot on 3, I lead her forward. 2, 3, and I finish it on 5, 6, and basic, and 1.
2, 3, and here we go. 6, 7, open 1, and stop 2. Okay, on 2, followers, make sure that your shoulders are still facing in the line of dance, okay? You don't want to rotate. So we've talked about this a couple times. The reason is because if you find yourself that you're crossing back on 3 instead of walking forward, it's because here on 2, you're not facing this way. If you're already rotated on 3, on 2, it means that you rotated a little bit early. So if I'm rotated on 2, it's going to feel more natural to cross back. At the same time, it's a little bit awkward to do that, okay? So make sure that your shoulders are still square here on 2. Then 3, we rotate, and then 5, 6, 7.
Earlier, when we were leading this hand with the prom night, we needed to use this hand I used both hands to lead the move. So keep that in mind. If you connect them with both hands, use both hands to lead the move. So when you're up here, don't just lead it with this hand. Lead it with both. Here we go. Basic step. 5, 6, and basic. And 1, 2, 3, get out the way. 6, 7, bring both hands forwards. 2, 3, finish it on 5, 6, 7, and smile.
Basic 2, 3, 5. Here we go. And 1, stop, 2. Here's another place where if we're connected with both hands now, we could be rotating early because of this hand. So leaders, if you have this arm straight and you bring her forward, it's going to be more natural for her to want to twist open on 2. Okay. So again, you're bringing this backhand towards you at the same time. Okay. So let's try that again. Basic step.
5, 6, 7, and 1. Use both hands.
5, 6, and go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
1,
Basic
2, 3,
step.
and 5. And basic smile and 1. And here we go. Use both hands. 6, 7, and 1. 2, 3, and 5. 6, 7, and 1.
Basic 1, 2, 3, 5, and go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
And 1. One quick tip while we're here. Let's go ahead and switch places real quick. I wanted to explain why do I keep my hand over here versus up here. Okay. When I step to the side on 1, okay, if you could copy me if you want, you could just watch. When I lead the lady forward, let's say I have my hand up here. When I lead her forward on 2, a lot of times my hands, my biceps, they're all over her upper area.
Especially if she's more gifted than I am, for sure. Is going to touch the biceps. So you want to avoid that, especially if you don't know her, if you're not with her, she's not your wife. So you want to lower that hand, and now it's going to create more room. So when I go forward on 2, you can see that we have all this space and there's no danger of him touching me.
So keep that in mind when you're leading this move, if you're noticing those things are happening, but just for the sake, because you're going to be switching partners, get used to leading more by the ribs and not leading all your moves on the shoulder blade. Okay, so let's now count it out. We're just going to practice it. We're going to do it about 6 times, and every second time we're going to speed it up. So we're going to go slow, medium, and fast so that you get to practice all different speeds so that you're ready to go to the club. All right, here we go. So we've done prom night, we've done no connection, we've done regular connection without that hand, and we've done this way. This time around, I'm going to go ahead and be in this kind of connection. You choose. It's up to you. Starting with our basic step. 5, 6, 7, and 1.
1, 2, 3,
and
5.
Open.
Here we go. 1,
Lead her
2,
forward.
3, 5, 6, 7. Basic 1, 2, 3.
Here we
go. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3,
Pivot
and
on 5.
Going faster.
2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. And here we go. Step on 1 to the side and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go on 1 and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1.
Going
2, 3,
faster.
and
5, 6, 7, 1. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and basic. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7.
Here we go. Time to practice with music. The time we all been waiting for. Remember, when you're at home, practice with music, change the speed. You never know what's going to be out there at the club. And the faster you do this, the faster your brain needs to think. All right, so let's try this together. 1 and 3, basic steps. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start with prom night. That's where we started. Don't forget to smile. Basic step and 1. And here we go. Reverse. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and nice. 2, 3, and 5.
Remember, don't use your partner.
Here we go on 1.
Walk
on
forward
1,
and
2, 3,
rotate.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Basic step, and 1. Here we go. 6, 7, and nice. 6. I'm gonna go ahead and let go of this hand. Let's try just this. Here we go on 1. Get out the way and 1,
Watch
2,
forward,
3,
rotate.
6, 7. No counts. Here we go. Nice job. And 1, 2, 3. A little faster. Here we go.
Basic. 5, 6. One more basic. 1, 2. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Basic. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Get ready. Here we go. And 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, basic. 6, 7. 1, 2. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2.
Remember not to twist the lady. Lead her forward.
2, 3. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Basic step. 1, 2. Without counts. Basic. Go. Yeah. Speeding it up.
Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. Here we go. On 1, get out the way. Lead her forward. Basic step. Basic smile. Basic. Here we go. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. I changed position. I went from here to here. 6, 7, and 1. Keep it low. Here we go. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. Here we go on 1. One more time. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. No counts. Basic. Here we go. Nice. Great job.
Yeah.
Our high five.
High
Give yourselves
five.
your high five.
Bam.
Bam.
All right, that was it. We hope you learned something new about the reverse crossbody lead, and hopefully that practice helped to ingrain it into your muscle memory.
Remember, muscle memory is just practice over and over. Have fun with this. Enjoy this move. Eventually, you'll be styling this move. But it's one of those moves, like we said, it helps you to get the lady from one point to the next point without always having to use a crossbody lead. Now you can use a reverse crossbody lead. But other than that, we hope you liked it. We hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you here next time at the Salsa Beat.
Bye, guys.